Well, welcome to Daily Reflections on July the 6th, and we're continuing with the First Corinthians, and we get to chapter 8. Now, I was walking this morning and thinking about this chapter, and I was wondering whether some of the things that we do, where we've been taught or we've been discipled, actually become a bit of a hindrance for those around us. Sometimes it's like we feel that we've got it completely right and we want to get our point over. But Paul was talking here about not putting anybody else in a situation where they feel awkward. And Paul talks about this quite a lot, about being a witness to those around you and how we should be coming alongside them. And this is this chapter is talking about food and different foods that have been offered to idols and things like that. And Paul's sort of demonstrating here that actually sometimes when our thoughts about what we should and shouldn't do actually hinder the message of the gospel getting out and to reaching the people we want it to reach. And I think especially in today's society, sometimes we can get isolated and we end up just being a small group of Christians that are together, and the message of the good news doesn't get out there. And I'm just wondering whether in our lives we're thinking about, have we thought about, is it to do with how we approach the people we're trying to reach? And maybe it's just something to think about as we do our daily walk today. Are some of the actions that we're actually doing causing people to switch off to the good news? Or have we put our prejudice upon how we want to work out, and we forget to allow God to actually work through the people and to work through us to reach people who have never heard the good news, never heard that Jesus came to save them. So today, as you reflect back in your day-to-day, just think about what does that look like for me today? How can I take what I've learnt in chapter 8 and work that through in my daily life? And am I willing to look at things slightly different from the way that I've always looked at it? Maybe you're not producing fruit because you're stuck in the rigidness of what you're doing. Maybe it's time to take a look. So that's my thoughts for the day. Maybe a refreshing thought for today, in that you can look at what is God doing with the people around me, and how can I be more effective about reaching them. So until next time, I will see you then.